What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode here on Above Average. If you're new to the channel, as always, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. The channel's doing awesome. We're on the road to 10,000 subs, so be part of this journey. It's going to be a sick one. Would love to have you on board. So with that out of the way, we're not talking Oilers today. If you've seen the thumbnail, obviously you have, and the title. We're talking about the team down south from us, the Calgary Flames. Okay, yeah, I wanted to talk about the Flames today and just kind of what's going on. Just want to give my take. There's this one take that is kind of circling, or it's up in the air right now on social media, on Instagram. I've seen it a lot, and it was on full display again last night. So if you're a Flames fan, please feel free to watch this to the very end. I just want to give you my advice, what it's like when you're down the stretch, because I'm an Oilers fan, right? Decade of darkness, ring a bell. Yeah, I've been there. I've done that. So the Flames, realistically, should be in a playoff spot right now. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They really should be. As far as third period comeback wins, the Flames have 0, which is the fewest in the NHL. You're not doing yourself any favors, and it's kind of interesting because they used to be called the Find Away Flames back in the day. I think it was Sean Monahan, Johnny Gaudreau, and Yuri Hoodler when that first was starting to come out of the Saddle Dome. The Find Away Flames, and last year obviously Matthew Tkachuk, Lindholm, and Gaudreau. It was just phenomenal. So they aren't doing themselves any favors, I tell you that much. 0 comeback wins. It's crazy that they haven't come back once. I don't know really what to say there. It's just kind of a crazy stat. But regardless of that, the Flames have 15 overtime and or shootout losses, which is the most in the NHL. Even if they won half of those, let's say 7 of those, that's like 14 points, right? They'd be ahead of the Oilers, I think, right now. So it's just being able to their big star players. Jonathan Huberdeau hasn't really stepped up. As a matter of fact, he's not doing a heck of a whole lot. He currently sits 5th on team scoring with 48 points, and it's definitely not what you want your highest paid player in franchise history to be doing, but I mean, that's the way she goes sometimes. So, I'm so used to saying Johnny. Jonathan Huberdeau, I honestly think he's going to be fine. I think this team's going to be fine. It's whether or not they make the playoffs. And this is where, a lot of Flames are super frustrated right now because they've kind of just been that barely squeak in kind of team for like ever, except for last year where they were just unreal. And that's the thing, like they're the middle of the pack. They've been the middle of a pack team, and you're not going to win championships like being a middle of a pack team. And what I mean by that is they're just consistently okay/good forever since I've known the Flames. They've never been a dog crap team where they're bottom and they get a first overall pick, right? The lowest they've ever picked was Sam Bennett in 2014, right? That was quite a while ago, and rather than that, they've got a lot of key pieces. That's why I think this summer they really should have just jumped ship and just started a rebuild so they could actually be a contender in the years to come, because I honestly don't think this team's a contender. But there's one thing I want to say, and it's been circulating a lot on social media, and it's the Flames. So this stat came out 3 days ago, but I know they've expanded on this since the stats has come out because they lost another 1-goal game. So I think it's 23 or 22 now, but bear with me here. So the Flames have lost 22 times now when out shooting opponents by 10 plus, which is most in NHL history. So I really just want to say, and pretty well every single comment that was commented on this post when it showed this stat was, well, you're not going to be doing a heck of a whole lot when you're just dumping and chasing, or we're just getting the pucks on net. You're the pucks on net approach, right? And I'm sorry, I just have to quickly rant. With today's players in the NHL, you should be doing a heck of a whole lot more than just dumping and chasing or just putting the pucks on net. Yes, I get there is that puck luck, and every now and then when you do that, you can bang in the goal every now and then, but Jonathan Huberdeau, Nazem Kadri, Elias Lindholm, Tyler Toffoli is leading the team in points. He's having a career year. The Flames have skilled players, and the NHL is so skilled. These players should be doing a heck of a whole lot more than just, dumping the puck in or just putting the puck on the net. You look at, they may be out shooting their opponent, and that's great, but for new fans, that I see a lot of fans like, oh, they're so excited, you're out shooting the opponent, that's amazing. It's kind of one of those stats like, yeah, but where are those shots being taken? And from my understanding, listening, talking to my uncle, talking to one of my best buds who I started the channel with, huge Flames fan, Brady Papka, shout out Brady. I wanted to hear what he was saying, and he was like, no, like it's been terrible. It's just Daryl's, pucks on net approach that he's been doing, and you can only go so far with that. That's if Daryl was telling McDavid or Draisaitl, Nuge, like those guys, like I'm sure they'd be like, or like what's McDavid gonna say? Oh, put the puck on the net, or I could go around this guy and go bar down or something like that, right? I don't think it's the good option. I really don't think it's the safe option. And you guys are going to think I'm out to lunch with this opinion as well. But I play a lot of video games. I play a lot of Chell. And you know how many times I go in and I just shoot the puck? And if you guys think I'm out to lunch, feel free to tell me in the comment section below. But you know how many times I come in, if I'm like the Oilers or just any team, doesn't even matter, and I just shoot the puck, the goalie's just going to grab it, put it down. I think it's like 1 in every 60 shots I do, and I don't know if it's as accurate, but it's kind of accurate. And these goalies, even if it's just AI, they'll fumble the puck once out of 60 shots. And even if the puck gets deflected and it gets bounced around, that happens very rarely. The play when I'm playing Chell, it's to burn the defenseman, go forehand, backhand, it's the high scoring plays, the high efficiency scoring plays, and it kind of correlates from Chell to on ice. I'm not even joking. That's kind of just the way. And if you think I'm out to lunch, like I said, don't take it to heart. Who am I? Who the heck am I? Don't take what I'm saying to heart. I'm just making videos. That's what I like to do. So it's just my opinion, and it's something I kind of had to get off my chest. I'd love to hear what you Flames fans have to say, because I'm just super curious. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I've watched every single Calgary Flames game this season, because I haven't. I've been watching a lot more of recent. I watched a little bit of the game against Vegas last night. I watched their game against LA 2 nights or 3 nights ago. Like I said, it's another team in Alberta. Obviously, I'm on my phone every single day. I know what the ins and outs are of this team, and which is evident with that's why I wanted to talk about this, because I seen this stat and it was really just starting to drive me crazy, because it's like, Flames, you got to do something different here. Daryl, if this is you, I don't know who this is, but just shooting, it's clearly not working. And do you change it up at this late in the season? And that's another argument I've been hearing. Maybe not, right? Because, you're not going to change it up with... you don't like changing things up when, you're trying to make a playoff spot. That's what preseason is for, and that's what the first 20 games of the season are for, just so get the tires spinning and figure out what's working, what's not. But this should have been figured out a heck of a whole long time ago. And I want to kind of rattle off a few more stats, just because Flames fans, you shouldn't be as down in the dumps as some of you are. I've talked to quite a few, my buddies, like I said, back home. They're just so distraught and just so disappointed. You really aren't. You are on the outside looking in, but it's not as bad as it looks. Like I said, they were just win 7 of those 15 games lost in overtimes or shootouts, they'd be in a playoff spot, right? That's puck luck. That's bad puck luck. That's just unfortunate. That's the way she goes sometimes. So the hockey gods aren't in Calgary's favor right now. And, I have to say part of that reason is just because they've just been... Daryl's so stuck in the 80s. That was working back then, that was working back then in the 90s, even early 2000s. But man, the game has changed so much. The players are so skilled. You got to be creating plays, Daryl. You have to be. You can't just be, just dump the puck in there, Jonathan Huberdeau. That's so over and done with. That's 80s, that's 90s hockey. Dump and chase. It's a cliche, right? They gotta do something different. And I kind of just want to rattle off a little bit more stats that the Flames have been able to accumulate this year, which aren't really the best, but I just wanted to just tell you guys, the viewers, the listeners. So season in review, games decided by 1 goal. The Flames have had 41, which is the most in the NHL. Losses in 1-goal games. They've lost 26 times in 1-goal games, which is also the most in the NHL. Even if they just were able to, win 5 of those games, they'd be in a playoff spot. And they're all 1-goal games. That's the crazy thing. The Find a Way Flames should have been able to find a way to win a good chunk of those. Okay, next one. Overtime shootout losses 15. Already said that, most in the NHL. This is an interesting one, and it might have even got updated. Like I said, this came out like 2 or 3 days ago. Haven't really had time to talk about it, but post hit. They've hit 77 posts. You can guess this, most in the NHL. So just super unfortunate. I said this in a video before. Roll it. The Flames are first in hitting the goal post this year. So my suggestion to you, Flames fans or Flames players, instead of hitting the goal post, just shoot it in the net. Problem fixed. I don't know if Daryl's saying that. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But it's an easy fix. Instead of hitting the goal post, guys, and instead of hitting the crossbar, you just gotta hit the mesh, hit the netting in the back, and then you'll get a goal. But I don't know if they don't know that, because they're leading the league by quite some margin. As every Flames fan I've talking to, that's what they're saying. We're leading the league. Well, that doesn't get you goals, okay? If you want goals, you gotta not hit the post. It's not that hard. You don't aim for the post. Aim for the net, behind the post. Aim for behind the goalie. So Daryl, if you haven't said that to your team, you heard it here first. And I'm giving some pretty good tips. Just saying. So, Daryl, it's clearly not working. You're still telling the players to hit the post. Don't hit the post. You're not scoring if you hit the post. You got to hit behind the post, the netting. Then that's a goal. Okay. Anyway, third period comebacks. Already said that. And then losses when outshooting opponents by 10 plus, 21. Yeah, 21 games. So I'd really love to hear your thoughts. I just really wanted to quickly talk about this. This is just super interesting to me. I think, do they change it up? Is it too late? What's the plan? And you know what? I'm rooting for the Flames to make the playoffs just because I'm an Oilers fan. Like I said, Flames kind of run deep in my family. So at the end of the day, I'm always kind of, good for them, right? Good for them. And if the Oilers, if we can somehow repeat what we did last year, maybe with the Oilers on top still, again, that would have been awesome. But, it's not out of the question. The Flames just need to win. The Jets need to go out, and the Oilers need to keep winning. You get that first wild card, or second wild card, and first in the Pacific, then they'll meet. So there's, if we want that, baby, that would be awesome. So Flames fans, I'm not roasting you. I'm confused with what's going on. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Obviously, you guys know a heck of a whole lot more than me. I know the general consensus, but I'd love to hear your thoughts, as always, in the comment section below. If you are a Flames fan, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Would really love to hear what you guys have to say. Let's be civil here. Don't roast the heck out of me, even though you can. And that's all I got for this one. So take her easy, guys. Let's go Oilers, and just joking. No, let's go Alberta. How about that? The Oilers, we're doing our part. Flames, you got to do yours. Let's see what we can do in the playoffs here. That would be unreal. So take her easy, guys. I'll see you in the next one, and keep them likes and subscribes coming. It really means a lot. So peace.